evening, everyone. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us this evening. I hope you're all staying safe, keeping safe, and, well, being very comfortable at home as you join us this evening for our event where you're going to learn a lot about the gut. Now, with you today, I'm Dawn, and I'm a mother of four. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a working mom, and I do take a lot of time to, find out how much better I can take care of my kids. Tonight, we're going to learn a lot from our experts today. I do run a couple of businesses. So for those moms who are also working and taking care of your kids at the same time, I think you're going to be learning a lot of very useful tips that's going to help you rest assured when you're at work and taking care of your family as well, right? So today, I'm very thrilled to welcome you to our very first module of the Healthy Gut Academy brought to you by Abbott, right? So healthy guts are going to be very helpful for us busy moms, busy parents. So do have your pens and pencils ready as well as your notebooks because we're going to be learning about the incredible gut and how to boost your toddler's gut health for comfort. All right, now before we begin, please note that the views and opinions of myself and our guest speakers today do not necessarily reflect those of Abbott Singapore entirely. Now, if you're wondering what this Happy Gut Academy is about, it's a collective of experts and savvy moms brought together by Abbott here to introduce you the incredible gut and the center of your child's health and comfort. I'm sure many of you know that the gut is essential for digesting food and good nutrition that supports your children's healthy growth and development. But there's also so much more to the role of this important gut that we're talking about here today in helping your child enjoy day-to-day comfort and reducing the risk of developing allergies as well. So how exactly does the gut affect children's comfort and defend against allergies? How do we ensure good gut health for our children to derive the benefits of this super organ? That's what we're here today to find out. And joining me today is Dr. Wendy Liu, a pediatrician practicing in Mount Elizabeth Hospital. Dr. Liu, you have 3 children, right?
Yes.
Well, tell us more about yourself.
So hi, Dawn. It's great to be here. So besides being a pediatrician, I'm also a mom of 3, and I'm really looking forward to sharing my insights on the role of gut health.
Thank you. How wonderful. And we also have today Geraldine Moon, who is a family content creator and a mom of 3 as well. Hey, Geraldine.
Yes. Hey, Dawn. Hey, Dr. Liu.
Well,
so like Dr. Liu, I'm also a mom of 3, and I'm so excited to learn all about the incredible gut.
Well, I am too, all right? And just a fun fact, between the 3 of us, there are 10 children. We can start a village already. All right, so awesome. With us all being moms, I'm sure we all have a lot to talk about today. And to our dear viewers, we're going to start the program shortly, and I suggest that you pay attention. Like I said, have your pencils, have your paper ready. We will be giving out amazing Abbott vouchers worth $150 to 4 lucky winners. And we'll announce all prize winners at the end of today's event. So stay with us. If you have any questions along the way, please be sure to just put them into the comment box below, all right? And with that, we shall begin, all right? Now, with the first quiz question, the incredible gut quiz, right? We are going to find out, okay? So, well, firstly, Geraldine, how long has it been since, you've taken a pop quiz?
My goodness, it's been so long. I can't remember.
I can't remember as well. Okay, so yeah, we're going to kick off with the first quiz right here.
All right.
Okay, now we're going to have the this answer sheet right here.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah, you guys, I'm sorry you guys don't have it. Yours is even better, okay? Because yours is an electronic one. So you just click on the answer. And the first question we have here is, a healthy gut helps my child with, is it to aid digestion and to poop easily? Or is it, to reduce the risk for developing allergies or cognitive development? Or is it all of the above, right? So yeah, I hope what do you think? The questions are going to be on the screen, so please, no cheating, okay? No finding out the answer. Just
no
give
Googling.
no Googling, all right? Just give us your answer quick, and then we'll just discuss about it later. Let's see how much we all know, okay? All right, what do you think, Geraldine?
I think, well, I know the gut is involved with pooping and digestion.
Yeah.
But not the brain?
The brain,
I don't think
know.
it's involved with the brain.
I don't think so either.
No.
Should we just go with A?
I
Yeah.
think so. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and shade A. Brings back memories for me.
I know, it's like having exam.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's like PSLE kind
Wow.
of. This reminds me of major exams.
So we got A.
There's our
there.
answer.
Yes.
We don't know what yours are. Okay, well, let's see. The majority of you guys actually chose answer number 4. All right, which is all of the above. Whoa. Well, let's hear from the expert, shall we?
Well, the correct answer is 4, all
wow.
of the above.
Whoa. Oh my gosh. Okay,
Good
we
gut
got.
health plays a
Wow.
role in digestion, immunity, preventing allergies, and optimizing cognitive development.
Well, that was super unexpected. So the role of the gut does go beyond just aiding digestion. Well, there's really a lot the gut can do, huh? Okay.
Wow, that's incredible. I did not know that the gut plays a role in allergy and cognitive development until now. Actually, Dr. Liu, perhaps you can tell us more about the gut's role in allergy and cognitive development before we move on.
Yeah, I'm sure both of you are not alone here. Few are aware that the tiny bacteria in our guts have great superpowers and that a happy gut holds the key to so much of our little angels' growth and development. Our children are wired to sleep, feed, and grow, but it is the mighty gut that works around the clock, receiving and processing these precious nutrients at every feed to fuel such rapid growth. And the tiny gut's mighty army is at work to aid digestion and more.
Mighty army. So what exactly does that mean? I mean, can you tell us more about that?
Of course, a tiny one's gut plays host to trillions of microorganisms known as the microbiome. It is important to have a balanced gut environment as these good bacteria helps to fight infections in the gut and also stimulate and boost your child's immunity. A healthy immunity goes hand in hand with your child's brain development, learning, and memory.
Whoa, that's really, really informative though. So now, I hope you guys were taking notes. I'm going to ask her questions again after this, given the fact that I can't take notes while we're talking right here. We're going to pick her brains later. Let's move on to question number 2, okay? A tiny one's gut plays host to microorganisms called microbiome. So called the gut microbiome. So how many of these microbiomes are there in the gut microbiome? Is it trillions? Is it millions? Or is it hundreds of microorganisms? Geraldine. Let's
I'm gonna go with like the biggest number. Okay, I'm gonna go with trillions.
Yeah, I'm with you because
Yeah.
I think we need to just go big
Yes,
and
yes.
get another
I think it's
right.
like a lot. I think it's a lot, right?
I think it's a lot.
Yeah,
It's really
so-
long, right? The gut.
Yeah,
so let's
okay.
just go with
So
trillions then.
That's A, right?
A, yes.
Okay.
We chose A.
Go ahead and
Let's
shade
see.
that in.
Yeah, let's go ahead and see what the majority of our friends
Yeah.
online say, and they
see.
agree with us.
Oh.
They said A too.
A2.
All right. So,
Let's see.
Dr. Liu, what is the answer?
Yeah, indeed. Answer A is correct.
Yes!
It's trillions.
We got 1 point. All right.
Did pretty well.
1 out of 3. Okay, not too bad. Let's see how we do for the next one later, okay? So yeah, let's keep the momentum going and we'll
Okay.
launch into our last question for today's pop quiz. Okay, and the question is, feeding the gut microbiome with key nutrients to develop strongly and thrive is particularly important at an early age. Is this true or false? What do you think?
I like how you just look at me.
I would like to say true. Because we're talking about gut microbiome and how it's like such a
and
super...
You need to, I think,
Yeah.
feed it nutrients. I think
Yeah.
I was listening.
Yeah, the correct answer
We
is...
got to share
yeah, you got
Oh,
to say
sorry.
it.
Hold on, calm
We don't get
down.
the point until we
Okay.
actually
I know,
shade it.
sorry.
Right.
I'm
Yes.
going to jump right into
yes.
it.
Now.
Yeah, B.
Hold on.
Yay, thank you, Geraldine.
Right.
Okay, so and the majority of
We got
our
B.
viewers have answered. Is it together with us? Did you guys get the same answer as us? Let's see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoop. Wait, the majority said false? Really? Really? Whoa, but now we know the real
Oh.
answer, huh? Okay, so thank you so much, Dr. Liu. All right, very eye-opening. Trillions. Trillions.
Interesting.
Yeah, all right. So, yeah, and, well done to us then. Okay, so, what do you think, Dr. Liu? Why is it so important?
Yeah, why is it important to feed the gut microbiome with nutrients? Maybe you can tell us.
Yeah, we spoke earlier about how these nutrients help with the immunity and with reducing the risk of developing allergies. But do you know that nutrients such as DHA actually directly affects our brain as well as our language development as well as vision?
Wow, that's really really interesting. You know, this finding out all these interesting facts is just mind blowing. Right? I didn't know that the gut. All I thought was like, you know, the gut has got to do with food and just feeding us.
Digestion.
I didn't know that it was so important for our brain. So this quiz was really more challenging than I thought it would be. But I can feel I'm getting smarter by the minute during this session. Geraldine, what about you?
Definitely. This is great information for me. I mean, this quiz really helped me realize some misconceptions I had about the gut and just how much I underestimated its role. Especially question one. I mean, did you know it had so many superpowers?
Nope. Now I do.
No
Now I do.
idea.
Yeah. Oh my God. And guess what? We passed our test.
We passed the test!
Yay.
2 out of 3.
Yay! All right. So now we've completed the quiz. I still want to know more about the gut and the awesome role that it plays in our children's comfort and health. So, Dr. Liu, can you share more about this?
Yeah, of course. Let's talk about allergies first. And I know this is a topic that interests many mummies.
Yes.
Maintaining a balanced microbiome army will actually help to protect your child against the development of allergies.
It's really interesting to know about allergies because my daughter Ella, she is 2 years old and she has eczema. So maybe you can share with me more about the gut's role in reducing the risk of allergies in children?
Yeah, so in the absence of right gut bacteria, young immune systems may be particularly sensitive to food allergens. And this is because over 70% of our immune system cells are found in the gut wall. They interact with the good bacteria in the gut microbiome army to help respond more normally to potential allergens, and hence reducing the risk for developing food hypersensitivity or an allergic disease.
Wow, that's really, really interesting.
Yeah, I never knew that the good bacteria plays such an important role in the gut.
Yeah, and 70% of your immune cells are in the gut wall. 70%. Wow, that is quite mind-blowing. I really didn't know that. So moving on to the gut's role in cognitive development, right? How does this work? Geraldine, I'm sure you'll agree with me that it's unexpected that the gut is connected to the brain.
Yeah, I mean, before today, I didn't even know that the gut played a role in brain development.
Yes, the gut has so many superpowers. It's amazing, isn't it?
Wow, yes.
In the body, the gut and the brain are connected by a network of nerves, and this is called the gut-brain connection.
Okay, so let's just say that my daughter Ella, she cries, and I find out that she's experiencing bloating or constipation. Is this possibly the gut-brain connection at work?
Yeah, that's spot on. Children fuss or cry when their gut-associated nerves are experiencing hunger or tummy pain, and they communicate these signals to their brains.
So the gut and the brain are communicating and sending signals to each other, and I guess it's sending me a signal too, right?
Yep, that's true. So everyone watching, now you understand why the gut is such a superhero. Now that we've gotten a pretty good idea of the gut's many superpowers, let's learn more about the topic of digestion, as well as sharing some topics with you at home so that you can boost your child's gut health as well for digestion and comfort. And get excited because we do have some amazing mom tips coming up for you that I wish I knew when my kids were still little. And yeah, so Geraldine, what about your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm so happy to be here learning all of this, and I'm also really excited to be sharing some of my tips.
Yeah, I want to hear your tips as well. We can never learn more, never learn too many tips, okay?
Learn from each other.
Exactly. All right, so wonderful. So the first tip that we're going to be sharing about is the topic on nutrition, right? So your little one's nutrition is actually supported to a great extent by the milk formula that they take every single day. So it's important that we deconstruct this importance of what's in the milk formula to nurture that tiny gut of theirs. And Dr. Liu, can you then tell us more about why it's so important to feed the gut microbiome with the right nutrients?
Yeah, nourishing and nurturing the gut microbiome with the right nutrients has so many advantages. It prevents tummy troubles such as colic, gas, and what you feed a tiny gut feeds the brain too. So feeding the gut bacteria with the right nutrients on time is key to support a happy and healthy gut that positively impacts your child.
Oh, so well, speaking of nutrients, we as parents, we do know that milk formula can be a lifesaver to help make sure that our children actually get the nutrients that they need on top of the food that we feed them. So, sometimes the food that we're taking may not be everything. They may not be providing them with everything that they need. So supplementing or giving them good formula is then very, very important. So I remember how when I was preparing formula when my kids were still little, and this was part of my daily routine, right? Every single day, morning till night, I would have to, make formula for them. It's not an easy job at all, and making sure that it's at the right temperature too, right? So we'll talk about that in a little bit. But this also brings us then to our next little activity, which I think is going to be quite interesting, even for moms who, like myself, we make milk day in, day out for years on end, like myself, right? But there are some things that we still may not know very well just yet, right? So this next activity that we do have is going to be quite interesting because we're going to be sharing some tips about preparing milk formula and some things that you also want to be looking out for, right? Honestly, there are some things that I learned recently that I never realized before. And even after having kids, like for so many years already, right? I've been taking care of them, and I think that after 4 kids, I already know a lot. I think there's still some more that we can learn from today's activity. All right, so okay, for all of you at home, this is the time where you have to pay closer attention. And just a reminder that if you do have any questions, please just put them into the comment box below, okay? And now we're going to move on to mom tip number 1. How do you prepare formula and what do you look out for? All right, so Geraldine, as a fellow mommy,
Yes.
I'm sure you can relate to the daily routine of preparing milk formula, right? Especially, for the past 2 years, 3 years, 4 years?
I mean, more than that with 3 children. I mean, I think this is like second nature for me now.
Oh my gosh, this is almost like a distant memory for me now. But yeah, so how do you prepare milk formula for your kids?
Okay, well, we're going to start with water.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm usually going to use boiled water and I'm going to cool it down to a lukewarm temperature.
Okay, I'm just going to follow you.
Yeah.
Since it's like
And-
revision for me.
Maybe you can tell me if this is right, Dr. Liu.
Yeah,
I
so
mean,
one of the common questions that I get is, do you normally put water first or the formula first?
yeah, I put water. Is that right?
What do you think?
I forget. wait. Is it? I think it's. I like to think it's water first. I think, but you know what? When we make syrup drinks, it's like the syrup first, right? Yeah, water. I would say water. We've already done that.
Yeah,
Water
Yeah,
first.
so you're right. For milk, it's water
Yeah.
first.
Okay.
So we want to make sure that it's not too hot, right?
Mhm.
So we're
Yeah.
gonna go ahead and make sure it's cooled.
Mhm.
And what I'm doing now is I'm just putting 3 scoops of formula,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to make sure it's nice and leveled.
Got to measure it out. Make sure that it's leveled.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
All right. Done.
Just go ahead and
Mm-hmm.
it's nice and tight.
Nice and tight. And then, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
So what we want to do here is we want to make sure that the powder is completely mixed in with the water. So I'm going to go ahead and just like shake it really, really well. Maybe we
Shake
can
it
do this
really well, okay?
together.
Okay.
On the count of 3.
On the count of 3.
Okay, ready?
All right, ready?
All right, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, you know what? This was like one of my favorite arm exercises. I was still
I feel
feeding
like I'm
them.
doing like a science experiment.
Oh my gosh! There was one period of time when I had my 2 older girls. They were still drinking milk formula at the same time, and I'll be making 2 bottles at the same time as well.
Yes.
Yeah, really arm exercise.
This is like a daily routine.
Whoa! All right, so I
Okay.
remember now. Water first. Are you ready?
Yes. Oh, sorry.
Okay, let's put it side by side. Okay.
Yes.
Hey, how come mine is? Oh my
Oh,
gosh! Do you see that?
yes.
Oh wow! Okay, so with this demonstration, I think I told you guys to look out for something, right?
Yes.
We had the same amount of water, we had the same amount of milk formula put in as well. But why is this difference right here? If you see clearly, it's all air bubbles and
Wow.
foam. It's air bubbles and foam. All right,
That's
so
amazing.
compare those two, and it relates to more comfort and less tummy troubles for our kids if there's less foam and bubbles,
So
right?
as you can see, my bottle practically has no air bubbles at all. Like I want
Wow.
to say 0.
Oh my
And
goodness!
I shaked it pretty vigorously. Like you saw
We
me.
were
I was
doing
like,
it, yeah.
yeah,
Didn't she?
we
Yeah.
were doing it at the same time.
Oh gosh.
And yours has a lot more
A
air
lot
bubbles
more
than
air
mine.
bubbles and
Yeah.
foam that's produced, all right, from the one that I was shaking.
Yes.
Okay, so
That's
the
really
one
interesting.
I know, right? So the formula powder that I use produce so much more air bubbles and foam. It nearly filled up the whole bottle.
Yeah.
So can you imagine? Usually when we shake it and we're done, we just give it to our kids, right?
Yes.
Right. So you can figure out, all that foam and bubble is going to affect your kid as well.
I mean, Dr. Liu, maybe you can tell us, is there a benefit in choosing a formula that has less foam and less bubbles?
Yeah, some children may be more sensitive to the foam and the bubbles, and it can actually cause them to being more bloated or being more gassy, having more tummy pains.
Whoa. It's very interesting, and I've never ever done this experiment.
Me too. Not side by side like that.
Not side by side. I never really thought about the foam or bubbles anyway. Did you?
No,
Never.
Yeah.
Yeah, mom tip number 1. Please take that away and go shake your formula later and see how.
Yeah. And Ella has such a sensitive stomach, so if there's anything that I can do to prevent her from having stomach troubles, like choosing a formula with less air bubbles.
Yep.
I mean, that is such a helpful tip.
Exactly. Yeah. So just with this experiment right here, this demonstration right here, you would have already seen that not all formulas are created the same.
Yeah.
Right. So you might want to go check out and see which ones. We won't say, but go try it yourself. Yeah. So definitely pick a formula that produces low foam and fewer air bubbles, no matter how you shake or swirl it. We were quite violent. Okay. Yeah. So that you just cause less trouble for yourself and your kid as well. Okay. So as a mom, I definitely will be looking to see less bubbles in formulas. Not that I have to make as many milk bottles like you, but you definitely have to pay more attention to it, right? So I'm sure that all formulas are gentle, that most formulas are gentle on tummies, and then they produce less foam and air bubbles. But I didn't think that it can have such an enormous effect, right? Like how Dr. Liu shared as well, right? It can actually cause gassiness and colic, right? Okay, so yeah, it was really an eye-opening demonstration.
On that note, Dr. Liu, I wanted to ask you, and this I think is a hot question among moms in my community. If my child is already drinking regular milk, should I still give her formula?
Well, that's a good question. If your child eats well, then just having fresh milk and a balanced diet will be adequate for his or her nutritional needs. Our formula milk generally contains a blend of essential nutrients that is important to support a child's growth and development. So this is particularly important in a child who may be picky and doesn't eat all the different food groups.
Okay. That's
Wow.
very, very interesting.
Wow.
So I've noticed that some milk formulas might have other ingredients that support immunity. Obviously, protecting my daughter's immunity is like one of my highest priorities because she's going to preschool. I don't know, maybe you can share more about this.
Yeah, so supplements like iron, zinc, vitamins A, B, C, and D all help to provide a healthy immune system for your child. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. It's really very informative. Yeah. So, mommies, make sure that you do look out for those ingredients that Dr. Liu just shared, okay, when you're getting your formula. And yeah, so it's not all the same, right? All formulas, not just with the ingredients, but how they also have less foam and less bubbles. All right, so let's move on to the next mom tip. This is one that I absolutely love. Toddler massage. All right, and this helps to support gut comfort as well, in case you guys didn't know. All right, so so Dr. Liu, what can you share with us about the massage for babies, for toddlers?
Well, gentle massage not only soothes your toddler's tummy troubles, but it's also a great way to bond with your child through touch.
It's really good.
Yeah, so this is one of my absolute favorite wind down routines with my children. Not only does it have great benefits, but it's just such a fun thing to do at the end of a long day,
Well, so Geraldine, can you share with us? Can you then
Sure.
share some of these tummy massage
I'd love
techniques?
to.
Okay.
Of course, yes. Okay.
All right, so these are the teddy bears that we're going to use to demonstrate the tummy massage.
Yeah.
And for those of you at home, you can also follow us along if you like, or take screenshots of the steps that we will be sharing, or Geraldine will be demonstrating. I will follow. All right, right on the screen. Okay, so if you can record it as well, screen record, do that. Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and usually start with the oil just so that your hands are nice and smooth. I really like to use coconut oil or just like any natural oil, baby oil, something that the skin will just absolutely love. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to lay my baby down and I'm going to put some oil in my hands and just rub it together. So we want to make sure the oil heats up a little bit and gets nice and warm so that it's really relaxing for your child. And we're gonna put your palm on your child's belly button, and you can use this moment to just go ahead and check in and see if your child is bloated or has a lot of wind in her stomach. So if her stomach is hard, it might be telling you that there is a lot of wind. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and use like sweeping motions and just go downwards like that.
So how much pressure do you put?
So you want to be pretty gentle, obviously, and I might use this moment to check in with my child. So see if she's doing well, sing a lullaby to her. I might also want to elevate her legs at this point, and this gentle compression will just compress the stomach a little bit and helps any gas or air in the stomach just be released. So I might go ahead and just press down like that, very gently, with the legs elevated.
Great bonding with with your kid as well.
What you can also do is you can use your thumbs and just push outwards like that. So from the belly button out, and then we're gonna go ahead and end in a clockwise circular motion like this.
Wow, I can imagine how this must feel so soothing for Ella as a part of her bedtime routine.
Yeah, she loves it.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, now this actually does bring back a lot of memories for me because I did this for all my kids as well, especially when they're having tummy troubles. And you know, like the movement of the legs, it really does help a lot. Yeah, and then the circular motion, except I didn't use essential oils like Geraldine did. I was more traditional, whatever my mother-in-law told me to use.
Too.
Yep, that worked too.
Yep.
So thank you so much, Geraldine. And yeah, so are there any other techniques beyond massage that you do as your nightly relaxation routine with your kids?
Yeah, so I think this next tip is more if your child is constipated. This is like my tried and tested. With all three of my children, if they're feeling really constipated, what I like to do is I like to just kind of reverse cycle their legs. So I'm gonna put my child down and just like bicycle their legs like that. What I can also do is I can move their legs from side to side like this. Just gently,
Windshield wipers.
obviously. Yeah, windshield wipers.
We call that windshield wipers in Pilates.
Yes. That's a good way. And what this does is it just helps to move things along, I guess you could say. And within 1 or 2 days, it just helps your child go to the bathroom. I don't know what it is. It just works.
Massages the gut.
Yeah, well, speaking as a mom with 3 kids, I definitely have my fair share of constipation. If such a massage can help with the discomfort, then all the better.
Yeah, so definitely to all our mummies who are watching, I hope everyone was taking notes and you can then give it a try with your kids soon as well. Now, we also have a surprise giveaway coming up soon. So stay tuned, and now let's just put these away and we'll move on to our next segment, which is Experts Says. Expert mommies, expert doctor. Yeah, so I think we do have, like I said, 10 children between us, right? I think we do have a lot of tips to share with you guys. All right, so let's move on. Happy Gut Chat. Experts say, oops, sorry, my dear. Okay, now in this Happy Gut Chat segment with Dr. Liu and Geraldine, we will answer all your burning questions around gut health, digestion, and as well as comfort. Now, we've gathered some of the questions that you shared, and while we won't have time to go through all of them, we've randomly selected a few, and I have them with me right here. So question number 1. I'll firstly read out the questions, okay? And then our guests will then take turns to share their expert knowledge and some insider information as well, okay? So then let's, some are going to be more ideal for Geraldine or more ideal for Dr. Liu, but I guess we will all have our fair share of experience and expert tips to share as well. Okay, so number 1, how do I improve my child's gut health? I think let's just have Dr. Liu answer this first.
Well, balanced nutrition can help to strengthen the gut microbiome, so make sure to nurture your gut health by nourishing your child with key ingredients. And this means feeding the gut microbiome, as this can help the good bacteria to multiply and thrive. Another key step that you can do is to monitor your child's poop, as it can be a visible indication of their gut health and function. Also, being physically active and exercising can help to maintain a healthy gut.
Yeah, I think that physically active part, like how Geraldine was sharing, that exercise, yeah, there you have it, expert says. Exercise can help to stimulate and improve your child's gut health as well. Yeah, so yeah, we were doing the right thing.
Yes.
Like they can't walk yet, so we just help them to move their legs.
Yeah.
All right, and then next question. Besides the tummy massage, what are some other tips for soothing your child's tummy then? Geraldine?
Well, I guess I want to try and avoid a lot of movement right after feeding. So I'm going to wait like at least 30 to 45 minutes. I want to try and do more soothing activities like painting or drawing. Something that we don't really think about is just giving them a nice warm bath. So something my children really love when they're not feeling so great or when they're feeling, like a bit constipated or bloated is just a warm bath.
Yeah.
And I think that's so relaxing for children.
I think it's true. Like, sometimes when I'm having a tummy discomfort, like I would put a warm towel or like a warm compress. Yeah.
Yes.
How does that actually help, Dr. Liu? Is it like it's just a soothing thing, right?
Well, it's like the essential oil being warm to the touch. It just feels good, right? All of us would like a massage at some point.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, one more tip from me. I actually like to drink something warm as well. Yeah. Like I remember after having surgery, I've had 4 C-sections, right? And then my mom and my mother-in-law always tell me, just drink something warm, just drink something warm. You just fart everything out. And I'm like, really? Really? But then I noticed with my kids as well, when I give them like milk, warm milk, very quickly when they're drinking, I don't know if it stimulates the gut as well, but then they just fart. Yeah, but that warm drink really works wonders for me. Like there's some gas that's just stuck inside, right? And then, after drinking that warm glass or hot glass of drink, it actually helps things to move along. Yeah. So temperature of the formula actually does make a difference as well. Yeah, then warm compress as well. I hope you guys are taking notes. All right. And yeah, so like, these can just be part of your daily routine. Instead of just waiting till things get really bad and then you come and apply these tips. It could actually, I think it's something comforting and soothing and easy that you can incorporate into a daily routine as well. All right, so let's have that next question now. If a rash were to appear around my child's mouth, could that be a food allergy? Dr. Liu, I think that's something that better for you to answer.
Well, commonly it could just be contact dermatitis. Like, sometimes if they don't clean their mouth properly or there's a lot of perspiration or drooling, salivation, it can cause a bit of rash which goes away pretty easily. But in some cases, it could actually be a sign of a food allergy. So if it's persistent, then you may wish to talk to your child's doctor as you may need some diet change or testing that may be required. Yeah.
Wow.
Hence, it's so important to nurture gut health, as we know that it supports children to build up the right defense to counter food allergens and reduce the likelihood of developing any food intolerance.
Wow. So yeah, I think like we were saying earlier, right? Gut health actually has a very strong correlation to allergies as well.
Yes.
So when we're taking care of our children's gut health from the very get-go, at a very young age, it can actually help them to develop a stronger immune system along the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is it true to also like, I think this is a very, I don't know if it's a complex question, but if a child were to suffer from like repeated, gut irritation, will that actually affect them later on in life as an adult with allergies? Will they tend to have more allergies as well?
Well, the good thing is a lot of the time they may outgrow the allergies, but like a rash could be a sign of a mild food allergy, but food allergies can sometimes result in more serious symptoms such as persistent vomiting, swollen lips, swollen eyes, which may indicate an immediate medical attention in those cases.
Yeah, I think that's really important. I mean, like, like we say, just notice all these things. Like sometimes they can also have, because their digestive system is not very matured yet, right? So they tend to have more sensitivities. It may not be food allergies, but food sensitivities as well. So does it show up like very strongly like a food allergy as well, or like food sensitivity? Does that irritate the gut too?
Well, I guess the main thing is really if you notice that each time you give a specific food, then it should like set off some alarm bells that, hey, maybe it's due to this particular food that, every time I give, my child develops a rash around the mouth, then maybe it's just something that you need to look into it a bit more.
Wow. Yeah, I think so. It's just being very observant about these little things that can show up. Yeah. So I think whatever we can do to help build up their defenses along in the early days as well. It's really, really important.
Definitely.
Yeah. What about your kids? Do they have any like food sensitivities or?
So I tried to give them a very wide variety of foods from young, and I guess I was very lucky in that they didn't really with food, but like I said, my daughter Ella, she's pretty sensitive in that her skin, she has eczema, and she's pretty sensitive to dust. So I'm not sure if like outside allergens too are related to the gut and just immunity.
Yeah, definitely. So besides food allergies, you're right. Like, so it does help to protect against like allergies to environment allergens as well. So it's really all kinds of allergies that we're talking about here.
Yeah.
And is that something you can grow out of too, or?
Well, most do get better with age, but we all know one or two which does persist into like older childhood. So we really want to give them the best
start.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. When my kids were starting to like start to consume regular food, and I was still giving them formula, very often like any new thing that I would let my oldest daughter try, it would almost immediately give me a shock when I was changing her diapers.
Oh yeah,
It's the diapers, yes.
Yeah.
So you see the food in the diapers too.
I know, like, oh my gosh, it's like immediately in and then out. Yeah, and I
Yes.
can even see the seeds or something like that. Yeah,
Especially
but
corn.
yes, yeah, I know, right? Those things just don't get digested. But so my question is, Dr. Liu, for children, when do you recommend for us to actually start to encourage different kinds of food and not just
Well, I guess like the earlier you introduce like different types, it exposes your child to different textures, different tastes, and you reduce the likelihood of them developing into picky eaters as they're older. They enjoy fruits, they eat their vegetables. It's all good all around.
yeah.
But sometimes if their gut is not able to digest certain foods, I always tell moms not to be worried. It's normal. And as they get older and their gut mature, you stop seeing those little food bits in the poop.
So seeing the bits of food in the poop is not a very
It's
good
not.
thing, right?
Well, it's not. It's quite common as they're growing older. So I wouldn't stop giving the child.
So it's not a bad thing.
Yeah, it's not a bad
It
thing.
just is.
Yeah, it just is, and then
just
they will
okay.
grow out of it as their gut.
It just shows that it's not the digestive tract is not that matured yet. And yeah, so I guess that would be a clear sign that just continue with the formula for a bit longer, and just not rush into starting your children on solids or like different types of food too quick too soon. Yeah, but then again, like the formula is going to be able to, if you're choosing the right one, to be able to supply your children with the right nutrients and to also give them gut comfort at the same time. So I can imagine how it feels pooping out seeds and food bits as well.
Yeah.
All right, so I think if you guys still have any questions, please just put it in, and we may not be able to answer all of them for you once again. But along the way, our team will actually be able to pick it up, and we'll see how we can actually share, perhaps in another live stream with you guys in the near future. All right, so we'll say that for later. All right, but thank you so much, everyone. Now, before we do end off, we do have a last giveaway for everyone who has stayed on with us till this very end. Now, we'll be entering all those who are still here right now into a lucky draw, and 4 of you lucky winners will be getting an Abbott voucher worth $150 each. All participants who have won prizes during this event will be announced very shortly. All right, so please look out for your name, okay? And each voucher with Abbott that I said is worth $150. There's you'll have to try and finish using it as soon as possible. Okay, so just check with the team as well. I don't think there's any. I'm not going to say anything, but I wish I was able to take part in this as well. Okay, and yeah, if you do have friends who could benefit from these vouchers, just make sure that you're also letting them know about events like these, because Abbott does have very informative webinars like that. I think this is like the second time I'm doing something with them already. So yeah, look out for the webinars like these, okay? Now, it's been a very fruitful and informative discussion, right, with both of you mommies today. And I've learned so much from you both, Dr. Liu and Geraldine, right? I would say I'm learning new things from new mommies, and I've also learned some stuff from Dr. Liu earlier when we were having a quick chat. So I wish I knew everything that I've learned from this webinar today as well when I was still looking after toddlers, all right? So mommies who are watching, you have to count yourself really lucky, okay, to have all these great tips. So yeah, with Geraldine, what are your thoughts from today's webinar?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, there's so much information going out on the internet, and I'm usually so overwhelmed by all the different sources, I think. And I'm sure so many moms watching can relate. So it's really good to just hear from reliable sources and just experts who are based locally.
I fully agree with you, 100%. And if you did find today's session very helpful, please remember this is the first of 4 modules by the Happy Gut, Happy Child Academy. So follow them on Facebook at Million Sim Moms to be updated on the 3 remaining sessions coming up throughout 2022. So do look at the screen right now. There's a QR code that's popped up. So can you please go ahead and scan it so you can follow us on the Facebook page at Million Sim Moms, all right? So whip out your phones, tell your friends to do that as well if they are not, if they haven't been able to join in this evening's live stream. So get them to follow the page and you'll be able to learn a lot of new stuff, as well as keep up with the upcoming webinars that are coming up as well. All right, so it's finally time to announce our winners. All right, and who are these lucky people? Esther So Gate Key. Congratulations, you're the first winner. SSH Charlotte. And we have Honey, Nichelle, as well as Evelyn Lee. Congratulations to the 4 of you. Do email us at campaigns@theasianparent.com to find out how you can claim your vouchers. $150 vouchers from Abbott. So congratulations to the 4 lucky winners. Do drop the email very soon, okay? So to the rest of us watching, all right, if there's one thing to take away from today's sessions, it is not to underestimate the many superpowers of our little one's gut and the importance to feed the gut bacteria with the right nutrients on time so that they can do their job, all right, on time. Not just the right nutrients, but also on time, okay? And yeah, so we hope that you were able to get some useful tips and advice today, right, from the 3 of us. Once again, thank you so much, Dr. Liu and Geraldine, all right? And please do scan the QR code right now so that you can redeem, for those 100 registrants, right from the very beginning, right? 100 of you who signed up, right, were able to redeem some prizes that you were teased about, okay? So this is your Abbott voucher that you can redeem. So go ahead and scan this QR code right now and you can go ahead and redeem your Abbott voucher, all right? Happy shopping. All right, so special surprise right there, courtesy of Abbott, okay? And finally, it is now time for us to say goodbye. Thank you so much, everybody. Please stay safe, stay healthy, and have a very lovely evening. See you all soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Thank you.